Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Song Snob Reacts. Today we are doing something that makes me very happy. Today we are going to be reacting to who I believe is the greatest guitar player who ever lived. I know a lot of people say that about him, may seem hyperbolic, but I truly believe that this is the truth. If you excuse me for a moment, I need to do something real quick here. Yes, there we go. Just doing something real quick, then I'll get right into my intro. There we are. Sweet. Okay, this was a video I previously tried to film, but that one was a little embarrassing because of my bad habits, my tongue thing. It looked very gross. It's just one of my weird fidgeting habits. So I tried to keep that out of it. So this is the sort of the refilmed video. It's going to be not as embarrassing. But yes, I believe that this man is the greatest guitar player who ever lived. Ladies and gentlemen, Yngwie Malmsteen. The greatest guitar player who ever lived. And the dude is truly inspiring. He's been through so much shit in his lifetime. Right, he had his wrist broken a couple times. He's been in car wrecks. He had his bank account literally emptied out by a record company. He had a bunch of family members die on him in a row. Right, he's been in the hospital. The dude's been through a lot of shit. Watch Razorfist's Metal Mythos on Yngwie Malmsteen, and you'll see what I mean. He's been through so much crap, and the dude's still here. Is very inspiring to people who've suffered thoughts of self-harm. It's like, what am I complaining about? Look at what Yngwie Malmsteen's been through. And he's still here. Like, the man is inspiring. Truly. And he is a great musician. He's one of the greatest ever. With that being said, we are reacting to material from his newest album. This is him making a return to the metal scene for the first time in what seems like forever. He's been away for a while. He did a blues album, which was kind of blues. Sort of a weird blues-rock hybrid, honestly. Which is actually how heavy metal came into existence in the first place. You know, Black Sabbath, heavy blues mixed with rock and roll. But with that being said, let's get into this song. It's so good to hear from him again for the first time in so long. Anyway, it's Fight the Good Fight from Parabellum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Action!
song would be a perfect selection if you wanted to show someone really why this man is so unbelievably awesome. This song perfectly bridges his three primary methods of playing. His heavy metal playing, his classical playing, his melodic playing, his blues influence playing. It's all perfectly branched and all together and so perfectly awesome. It's like just a contiguous transition between them. And it's not super shreddy. This is actually quite tame for him. This is honestly quite amazing. He hasn't sounded this good in forever. And better still, this is the first time he has since Unleash the Fury where he chooses to sing his own music. Whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but for some reason the great guitar players frequently are not very good singers. That's usually the case. Malmsteen has come a long way. He obviously isn't going to be hitting any high notes, but is he not? He can carry a tune. He sounded like crap on Unleash the Fury, and now he sounds fantastic. Now, you see my reacting, nodding my head, and all that. That's how I enjoy music when no one else is around. It really does do that to me. And honestly, Malmsteen, my dude, your guitar is practically orgasmic. Not taking that back, no sir. It does basically feel that way to me. It is amazing, especially his classical playing is fantastic. There's a guitar solo on the song Island in the Sun by his old band Alcatraz. Anytime I hear that solo, it does weird nervous system things to me that feel good. I know that's weird, huh? I don't fucking care. I'm just admitting truths. But yeah, Malmsteen truly is incredible. And I'm just glad to have him back for the first time in forever. This was the perfect length for a song like this. Honestly, it was of absolute perfect length. It was not excessive. The guitar solos were quick. They were maybe no longer than a minute. I would argue that if your guitar solo is 2 minutes or more, then you're getting into like an excessive region where it's just way, way too much. I would say that the pocket for a guitar solo is like 30 seconds to a minute, maybe a teensy bit more. No longer like maybe like a minute 30. If you want to go for like an extra long guitar solo. You can make some allowances for like Judas Priest Painkiller because it's actually 2 guitar solos back to back. So, because they had dual guitar players. You had one guy do a solo, then the next do a solo. So that's acceptable if you're into more traditional heavy metal and not ones where there are no solos and breakdowns. Sort of that gent kind of thing. Or modern progressive metal or progressive rock. Yeah, this was basically perfect. Nice and balanced. It strung all his styles together. Great length, great tone. Everything sounds fantastic. It's not overly commercial, which I know a lot of people are pissed off by, especially if you're into black metal. Black metal artists want to make music that where the level of production, the production value is net zero. Sounds like a crappy old Nokia phone. Yeah, they sound like shit. A lot of early black metal I find just genuinely unlistenable. I can't do it. It's torture. Emperor is the worst. At least some of those old bands actually separated the tracks. Emperor doesn't even bother separating tracks. So you can hear it all exactly the way it sounded in the studio. It's terrible. They just all gather around the microphone like it's a fucking ritual. But this was a perfect level of production. It wasn't oversaturated. There weren't too many effects. It was just still pretty raw and organic. Just take the raw sound and then make it sound nice. That's all I'm asking. Just separate your tracks, layer them together, and make them sound nice. That's all anyone could ask for. Beyond that, it's perfect. With that being said, this is an easy 5 out of 5, and as you always know, I gotta do the lyrical analysis because I am a nerd. So, So we gotta get into the lyrical analysis. I gotta get my pocket protector and my pens. Oh, hold on a second. Let's make that into a reality. Hold on. Let's make this a reality, folks. We're doing it. I said I was a nerd, and I meant it. We are doing it. I'm going all the way. Yeah, baby. Here's my nerd pocket with all my pens. Now, we're going to analyze Malmsteen lyrics. We're going to read these. Axe to grind, draw the line, fight the good fight to the end. It's catchy, basic. Says, so we're talking about a grudge. That's what you normally say when they say an axe to grind. You have a grudge, and you're drawing the line this far, no further. My enemy does not cross this line. Fight the good fight to the end. You're always fighting the enemy that you've made. You're always standing your ground, so which means you're not a Republican. But you never look back. Just keep charging ahead. Spear and my sword and my shield by my side. How many miles to the city of gold? Right into battle of glory and pride. The city of gold. Is he talking about El Dorado? Like the mythological gold city that was in Mexico when the Spanish went exploring? You know, I've heard a few esoteric stories about El Dorado. I'm kind of into that sort of thing. Agartha, Atlantis. And sometimes I imagine like all these myths are just somehow secretly connected to one another. Like maybe Atlantis and Agartha and fucking the City of Gold were all the same place, and people were just misidentifying it as being in different places. I know that's probably too. It's probably just a little too weird. But yeah, just keep charging ahead. Don't let any obstacles get in your way. You don't look back. You keep your mind focused on the present, the here and now, and towards the future. You got your spear and your sword. Your sword was typically a sidearm. Sorry, but history nerds know the truth. The spear and the pike were the more common weapons. Swords were sidearms, and the shield was typically used with either or both. So that's a pretty standard set. A sword, shield, and spear. How many miles to the City of Gold? So it's like a long journey. You've been out in the wilderness for so long, you're not even sure if you're there yet. All you got left is your glory and pride as a warrior, as a fighter. A chorus repeat. Running out of fumes, nowhere to go. I see the light in the end that I know. Over the hill so far away. So many miles and eons to come. So yeah, you're running out of fumes. You're tired, you're exhausted, you've been out on the battlefield, you've been riding for so long. It's just nuts at this point. You got nowhere to go. Even though you're exhausted, you're backed into a corner by your enemy, you're exhausted. But so you got nothing left to do but fight. You're in the corner, you're tired, you know where to go. And you see the light in the end. You see the light in the tunnel. You see that the victory is possible, that the goal is there. You just have to keep fighting regardless of everything that's going on. You got to keep going. You got to keep going over the hills, which seem so far away, but pretty soon they'll be near. You're getting closer. Your stamina's running out, but you're so close now. You've come so many miles and so many eons to reach this mythical City of Gold, which probably never existed, honestly. Then it's a repeat of the first verse. How many miles to the City of Gold, right in the battle of glory and pride. So that's a total of 4 chorus repeats. That's a little excessive. 3 to 4 chorus repeats, that's a little on the high side. For a song this length, Malmsteen's never been the greatest lyricist, that's for certain. The rhyme scheme clearly fits with the music more. This was obviously lyrics written by a musician. It's more about fitting that melody. And it does that quite well. I think he did pretty good on this. Gold and Pride, that's kind of a slant. You're rhyming that D phoneme. D. You're rhyming the D phoneme. So that's sort of clever. Yeah, the rhyme scheme's not so great. It's alright. It's more about fitting the music. So I think it's safe to say that I might be able to give these lyrics a 4. Gotta take a point away for, honestly, just one too many chorus repeats. Yes, the lyrics matter to me, but I'm gauging the music and lyrics separately, because that seems more fair. Needless to say, this is a pretty decent... The image the lyrics portray is perfect for the song itself. It captures the right atmosphere, the right level of energy. You know, these are obviously the thoughts of like a warrior explorer, and they're pretty well articulated. It's like, aside from those choruser pieces, the only thing I can take away, the rhyme scheme achieves what it's aiming to achieve, which is to fit with the melody. So I can't take a point away for that. So yeah, so I would say this song is 5 out of 5 music, 4 out of 5 lyrics. And I'm aware some commenters have said I'm too hung up on the lyrics. I would say not really. Especially since I'm literally gauging them separately. I'm treating them as separate entities. It is a part of the song. They matter. I understand criticism. But you need to understand that some people don't think like you. They think differently. And what I'm thinking is, since lyrics are part of the song, they matter. So I'm going to talk about them. If you don't want to hear someone talking about lyrics, go watch someone else's channel. But there's plenty of them who do it. Blake X does it. Vin and Sori do it to some extent. I mean, it's a fairly common practice. And yes, I do like to address my commenters. Right? Because at the end of the day, I like being an internet personality, and I have been one for years. Mostly as, like, playing characters, LARPing, role-playing. But this time I'm just being me. And when you do that sort of thing, you got to address your commenters. That's how you be an internet personality. Even if you're on very small scale. Like what, 77 subscribers? Oh yeah, tiny, tiny, tiny. I'll get bigger someday. I'll break 100. Hey, I got an idea. How about I make a promise? Yeah, hold on. I got it. If you guys push me up to 100 subscribers, I'm going to torture myself and I'm going to hate it. But if you push me up to 100 subscribers, I will eat a sweet pickle on camera. I will eat the satanic vomit that is sweet pickles. They are truly like the most hideous thing in existence. I hate them. But if you get me up to 100 subscribers or more, I will eat a sweet pickle on camera. And you will see me, like, my face will twist, my tongue will, I will probably scream, I might even actually throw up. They are that nasty. But I will do that for you. I will torture myself for 100 subscribers. And if I forget to do it, hound me until I do. I mean it. Like, just hound my ass. And I will eat the god-awful sweet pickle. Ugh. I am looking forward to it, but also actually kind of not at the same time. With that being said, thank you for joining me on this little musical adventure. Down in the description below, there'll be a link to my books I've written. Please buy, download, and read those. And as always, tschüss. Peace.